Welcome to the Histories, Mysteries, and Conspiracies three-part Halloween special for Season 2. From history's greatest mysteries to conspiracies that haunt the ages, we'll uncover them all. This is the season of many urban tales and conspiracies. We plan to unravel some within this special. We will conclude on Devil's Night with Part 4. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our spine-tingling episodes. A new episode falls every Thursday. Hit the like button if you found this hauntingly fascinating. You're in for a spooky treat. Happy Halloween. Truth will come to sight. Murder cannot be hid long. William Shakespeare. The tale of the real-life Candyman. It was a night meant for innocent joy, for costumes and candy, for the thrill of childhood fantasy. But on one fateful Halloween, the very essence of this beloved tradition was irrevocably shattered. A shadow fell across the suburban streets, forever altering how we perceive the simple act of trick-or-treating. The year was 1974. The place, Houston, Texas. A seemingly ordinary evening was about to descend into an unimaginable horror. At the heart of this unfolding tragedy stood Ronald Clark O'Bryan, a father, and his two young children. The air buzzed with the usual excitement of costumed children, their laughter echoing through the crisp autumn air. No one could have predicted the sinister turn this night would take. This was the night Halloween changed forever. Ronald Clark O'Bryan was an optometrist, but one struggling under a crushing weight of debt. His financial woes were a secret burden, hidden beneath a veneer of normalcy. This desperation would soon manifest in the most horrific way imaginable. On Halloween night, O'Bryan took his children, Timothy and Elizabeth, trick-or-treating. They moved from house to house, collecting the usual assortment of sweets. But O'Bryan had a different kind of treat in mind. He distributed 5 giant pixie sticks to various children, including his own son, Timothy. These oversized candy straws, usually filled with powdered sugar, held a deadly secret. They were not what they seemed. Later that evening, the innocent fun turned to terror. Timothy, just 8 years old, began to complain of stomach pains. His condition rapidly deteriorated, his small body racked with convulsions. Despite frantic efforts, Timothy died shortly after. The cause of death was swift and brutal. He had been poisoned by cyanide-laced candy. A father's gift had become a child's death sentence. A wave of immediate panic swept through the community. The idea of poisoned Halloween candy was a nightmare made real, striking at the heart of parental trust. Police launched an urgent, desperate investigation. Their initial focus was broad, examining all the candy collected by children in the area. Every piece was scrutinized, every wrapper inspected for tampering. The fear was palpable, a silent scream echoing through every household. Forensic analysis soon confirmed the horrifying truth. Lethal doses of cyanide were discovered within the giant pixie sticks. This was no random act. It was a deliberate, calculated poisoning. The investigation quickly narrowed its scope. All evidence pointed to one individual. Ronald Clark O'Bryan became the prime suspect. The key piece of evidence was chillingly simple. O'Bryan was the sole adult known to have distributed the poisoned candy. He had given the deadly sweets to 5 children, including his own. As the investigation deepened, a dark picture of O'Bryan's life began to emerge. The mounting evidence against him was overwhelming, painting a portrait of a man driven to extremes. His financial situation was far more dire than anyone had suspected. O'Bryan was drowning in severe debt, facing bankruptcy and the collapse of his carefully constructed life. This desperation, investigators theorized, fueled his monstrous plan. He saw his children not as beloved family, but as a means to an end. Detectives uncovered multiple life insurance policies taken out on his children. This discovery sent a shiver down the spines of even seasoned officers. It was a cold, calculated act of preparation. A substantial policy, specifically on Timothy, was particularly damning. It was a sum that could have erased O'Bryan's financial woes. The motive was becoming horrifyingly clear. Even more damning, O'Bryan had attempted to collect on this policy just days before the poisoning. He had inquired about the payout, seemingly anticipating his son's death. The pieces of this macabre puzzle were falling into place. A clear and undeniable motive had been established: financial gain through the murder of his own child. The innocence of Halloween had been twisted into a tool for greed. Ronald Clark O'Bryan was arrested and charged with murder. The news sent shockwaves across the nation, transforming the case into a national media sensation. The public watched, horrified and fascinated, as the legal drama unfolded. The trial was a grim spectacle. The prosecution presented a compelling and meticulously constructed case. They laid bare O'Bryan's deceit and his heinous crime. Key points included his overwhelming financial troubles, the undeniable presence of cyanide in the candy he distributed, and his suspicious behavior before and after Timothy's death. The evidence was damning, leaving little room for doubt. After a tense deliberation, the jury delivered its verdict. Ronald Clark O'Bryan was found guilty of murder. He was sentenced to death, a fate many believed he justly deserved. On March 31, 1984, Ronald Clark O'Bryan was executed by lethal injection. He became known as the Candyman, a moniker that would forever haunt the holiday. Public reaction to his execution was stark. Cheers erupted from onlookers gathered outside the prison, reflecting the widespread outrage and desire for justice. It was a somber end to a truly dark chapter. The Candyman case ignited a national panic, forever altering the landscape of Halloween. The innocence of the holiday was shattered, replaced by a pervasive sense of fear and suspicion. Parents across America began to meticulously inspect their children's Halloween candy. This tragic event spawned an enduring urban legend, a chilling cautionary tale whispered among generations. The fear of similar malicious acts became deeply ingrained in the collective consciousness. It was a fear that transcended the actual statistics of candy tampering. Trick-or-treating, once a carefree ritual, became an activity fraught with increased paranoia and scrutiny. Communities grappled with how to protect their children from an unseen, insidious threat. The joy was still there, but it was now tinged with apprehension. The chilling irony of the case was profound. Candy, a universal symbol of childhood joy and celebration, had been weaponized. It was used as the instrument for a heinous crime, turning sweetness into poison. The Candyman case became a stark reminder that true monsters often wear human faces. It taught a generation that danger could lurk in the most unexpected places, even within the seemingly benign traditions of childhood. The Candyman case remains a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of everyday life. It is a story that continues to resonate, a testament to the fragility of trust and the depths of human depravity. This horrific event forever altered the innocence of Halloween. It instilled a caution that persists to this day, a silent acknowledgement of the night a father turned a festive tradition into a tool of murder. The legacy of Ronald Clark O'Bryan is one of fear and suspicion, a permanent stain on the fabric of a beloved holiday. It serves as a stark, cautionary tale. It speaks to the extreme actions some are willing to take for financial gain, even at the cost of their own child's life. The Candyman case is more than just a true crime story. It is a historical marker, a moment when the world realized that some horrors are not confined to ghost stories, but walk among us. Oh, and don't forget to inspect your candy before you eat it. Happy holidays! Bravo. Select an option for more.